Hi YouTube, I'm Tandy, the Pioneer Guy. I've recently made a Patreon where you can help me make content full-time. That Patreon link's going to be in the description below. If you like the video here on YouTube, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button at the end. Thanks for watching. Alright, we're here for the deck tech of Gruul Aggro. Now, we were playing a version of this deck that looked like it could be pretty good. Combat Celebrant, doing some fun stuff with Fable the Mirror Breaker, but all in all, it didn't really pan out that way. So I think what you're going to see more often than not is the deck kind of move away from Combat Celebrant. In 5 matches, I never once activated my Fable targeting Combat Celebrant. I never once attacked and exerted a Combat Celebrant. So after that, I decided to change the deck some, and this is the list that we came upon. So the 8 Elves makes a lot of sense when you see that there's only a single red mana in all the 3 drops. That means that we can go turn 2 Stormseeker pretty easily. Hardcast Bonecrusher Giant sometimes is pretty good. Turn 2 Tireless Tracker is not bad either. I think that the Llanowar Elves are the strength of the deck, and you want to mulligan 2 Llanowar Elves like a reasonable amount. Obviously, if you have like a nice curve with Pack Leader into a 3-drop into a 4-drop and like 3 or 4 lands, those hands are usually keepable, especially on the play. But for the most part, your elf draws are going to be the most explosive in the whole archetype. The One of Ranger class is a concession to having so much mana with the Llanowar Elves and things. Making it 2/2 for 2 mana, not a big deal, but putting a counter on things is nice. And then sometimes when you have the extra mana, you just go to level 3 and you start churning out creatures from the top of your deck. And since our deck is mostly creatures because we've cut Fable, I think that that's a good place to be. The 2 copies of Domri, Anarch, and Bolas are mostly there to juice up the Llanowar Elves, but it can ramp us into our later stuff, and occasionally it can fight to take out an opposing creature. I'm not sure on it yet, but I think it's okay. The Tireless Trackers, they were really good in the previous league we played with Gruul. The Stormseekers were so excellent against Azorius control that we had to leave them, and they were very good. Just, you know, turning itself haste or a creature you play haste just made it so that you could fight through all of that sorcerer speed interaction from our opponents and just become relentless, you know? The Bonecrusher Giant, obviously a great mana sink and just a good card. Esika's Chariot, one of the best green cards ever made. Excellent synergy with Llanowar Elves, just allowing you to ramp it out quickly and apply a lot of pressure. We actually can copy the Tireless Tracker tokens as well, which I think are going to be pretty good sometimes when we don't want to necessarily add an extra creature to the board against like blue-white or whatever. 2 Chandra, Torch, and Defiance. We're playing only 2 instead of 3 because the double red is occasionally awkward with all the Llanowar Elves, the Lair, the Hydra, and the basic forests. So we're kind of trimming on those a little, but I still think a couple is good, and I might try to get a 3rd in. And then Glorybringer at the top end of the deck is just a concession to the mid-ranginess of the format. People are getting a bit more interactive, so I think Glorybringer is going to shine. Haste, also another big deal, and when you combine the haste of Reckless Stormseeker plus Glorybringer, you end up having a lot of creatures that can come down and pressure opposing planeswalkers immediately, or just hit your opponent's life total. Last but not least, we have 1 copy of Embercleave. This deck, I think, is pretty soft to combo, so having 1 Embercleave, I think, in the main and then 1 in the sideboard can allow us to have those really messed up turns where we curve naturally into turn 2 Stormseeker, turn 3 Chariot, turn 4 kill our opponent. I think that's a thing that Embercleave offers that basically no other card in the format offers. For such a small investment. So I think that 1-1 split is where you want to be. It's going to get sided out a lot. I think that Stormseeker, Ranger class, these are cards that are going to get sided out quite a bit. Cards that are not going to be sided out very much, Chariots, Elves, Werewolf, Pack Leader, these are all cards that are going to be excellent most of the time. Now, sideboard-wise, we're going 3 Fry instead of Rending Volley. Fry can kill Winota, but it can also kill Teferi 5. And blue-white's a big deck right now. 2 Flame Blast Bolts, those are going to help out against the early Creature Rush decks, but also the Exiles. So if you fight off against Voice Resurgence or something, it's going to be extra special. 3 copies of Scavenging Ooze. This is going to help us interact with the graveyard against various decks. Alpine Moon, obviously there to help out against Lotus Field. 2 copies of Heroic Intervention, another card that's really good against Azorius control. And then last but not least, 2 copies of Klothys, God of Destiny, a hard-to-kill threat that exiles the graveyard. It's a double whammy. Overall, in the previous build of the Gruul deck that was playing Combat Celebrant, I was pretty happy with most of the Gruul elements and pretty lackluster on the Combat Celebrant elements. So I think that this is just going to be a nice little swap ski. And that's going to be it. So let's go ahead and get to the league. All right, well, our cards aren't loading that well. Here we go. All right, keep. My hand's a banger. Certified. Certified. Although I hope I draw a forest so I can cast Chandra easily. Rutro Raggy. Demir. Jace VP. Uh-oh. Too many elves. Too many elves. Fable time. Okay. Glory B coming on in. I think I'm going to kill the goblin. Maybe I kill Jace, though. I think the mana from the goblin might be a little much. And I can maybe kill the Jace next turn before transform since there's no fetches. This card's a lot less scary without fetches in the format. What a Glorybringer! I know, it's so good. Did Inverter play Jace VP? Yeah, most of the time they did. Some number. I don't think it was always 4. Is that card a Mind Goblin? What's a Mind Goblin? Is Glorybringer a Mind Goblin? Oh, I forgot this would do this. Uh-oh. Roro Raggy. JCB got worse after the Uro ban. That's definitely true. Definitely true. My weekend was pretty good, Spud. I hope yours was too, man. All right, here comes a spell of some kind. Yeah, the format was kind of dead or unwieldy for a while, but now it's a bit better. All right, Elf down. And Prismari Command did not kill Chariot, so I'll count that as a dub. And it doesn't look like they have mana up for a counterspell. Thoughtseize me? Okay, pick your poison, baby. Pick your poison. I guess they could go minus land Thoughtseize if they have another black source. But I think they would have played the black source to do that first, maybe. Yeah, Archon, there's still a lot of Winota, so... Second verse, same as the first. This did not work out well. Maybe I should have killed the Jace. Maybe I should have killed the Jace, chat. Otawara. Otawara has been called. Alright, well, let's just play everything and hope we don't get wrathed, I guess. Attacking the Jace for one's kind of cheeks anyway. Your Winota list is much better than the ones I played against at and prior to Indy. Yeah, a couple of years worth of giant humans that are basically Grave Titan will do that. You can actually cast your stuff now. Lemon Lyman, I think they played Big Jace also. And I say Big Jace for this format. Not Telepath Unbound. What's it called? The Mind Flayer. The Mirror Breaker card is very good, Archon. I agree. All right. Iteration to land. Kroxa with a bunch of only blue sources seems ill-advised. All right, so here comes the Prismari command. They're gonna kill Chariot. Right, maybe make a treasure. Okay, so they didn't. They killed a 2/2 and shatter. That's fine. Okay, so let's go Stompski. I don't think they have Wrath in their deck, so I think I'm just gonna not play around it. Feels like they just have a ton of spot removal. Wielder of Mysteries, yes. Jace Wielder. Also didn't really want to exert. That's why I went for the Stomp. Use your mana efficiently, etc. At some point, you just got to choose whether or not you want to play around a Wrath. And I chose not to. But Max Pressure. Hi, my name's Max. Max pressure. All right, little loot action. That's fine. Let's see if they're alive. My gut says no. There we go. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. All right, this is not an Embercleave matchup. This is a Domri, I think, matchup. Ranger class matchup for sure. I think I want Klothys. They want Klothys and Scooze your daddy. Scooze your D. And then we can bench maybe Stormseeker. Maybe some Elfus. I don't want to bench Stormseeker. I feel like they have a ton of instant speed interaction. It's just like it's going to be a really grindy game. And Stormseeker is okay, but they're very graveyard oriented. So I think I need all of my removal for their creatures, including Bone Zone. Maybe Domri Anarch is kind of shit though. Maybe it's this. Leaving the one Anarch. Because we just don't have a whole lot else to side out. And I like the Ranger class and the pack leaders. And I love all the Elves. Elves kind of overload their cheap removal, I think. And oh, never mind. Let's do this. What did I cut? Oh, I cut an Embercleave. Never mind. I'll just leave both of the Domris then. That'll make my Elves better too, which is important. All right. Great opener. Great opener. Thoughtseize is fine. Our hand is juiced. Juiced. They may take Bone Zone. Oh, they took Elfu. I mean, they don't have removal, I guess. Uh-oh. Hopefully draw lands. But we do have an answer to whatever 2 toughness creature they play, whether it's Jace this turn or Fable next turn. And then we just kind of hope to draw a land or 2 to curve out naturally since our elf got popped by a Thoughtseize. All right, Haunted Ridge. All right, well, we drew an elf. I think we got to play it, even though it's probably going to die. And I think we play red side of Pathway because the second red is so valuable here. Why would they Thoughtseize an elf if they have a removal spell for an elf? I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, they don't have a land? Hey, neither do we. All right, well, we got Stomp still. So if they Chariot us, or not Chariot, if they Fable us, we can still check the token at least, even though they get the Rummage. Well, this guy's annoying. Land? Okay. This is how my day's gonna go, huh? I need y'all to stop arguing about semantic bullshit that no one cares about right now. Both of you. It doesn't matter. You're flooding my chat with random garbage about Jace Vryn's Prodigy in a deck from 4 years ago. No one cares. Let it go. I swear that you're the only people who care. All right. Well, anytime dealer, give me a land, please. Thanks for giving me a target for this here juicer. Land. Okay. Okay, buddies. What up, boat guy? Unfortunately, we don't have a boat command. I apologize. That's probably my fault. I'm not on top of it. They didn't eat their Jace VP. Interesting. Interesting. They drew some lands, huh? Tracker down. I know they can Croaks us next turn. I just can't fucking do anything about it. All right, doesn't matter. Next game. All right, we're gonna be on the play here for game number 3. Again, I don't think we want Heroic. We usually want that against other things. I kind of maybe want the Stormseeker back. Maybe the Glorybringers are bad. They were really good in game one, though, so I think I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to mulligan this hand. I don't want to do this again. And that hand is not very powerful, even if I draw lands. This hand's good. I'll put back a Chariot, I think. Turn on Elfu. I mean, I technically drew 4 pieces of Mana Titan. They just got killed or discarded or whatever. Now we just hope we draw a powerful 3-drop next turn. Although this would be a cool matchup to have Domri raid, right? Especially if they Thoughtseize me. J-Suit? Oh, that's a pretty good draw, actually. Just any creature there was better than nothing, right? For no changes, where's Karn? I know. I just meant between game 2 and 3. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it. The moment I said it, I was like, that's not the same thing. You're lying to your fans. All right, so let's go this. And we don't get the trigger, unfortunate. So drown the token, that's fine. I'm going to go and stomp the Jace. And now we have an active Ranger class, a Chariot, a Bonecrusher, and Exile. They don't have any pressure, no Crooks on the grave. Klothys. All right, well, we can attack for 4 and then play a big thing. And then we're just going to lose to Klothys like we always do. Because that's just how Magic works these days. Your opponent plays 1 4-mana thing, and the game ends. And you just never have an answer for it. I think I'm going to go ahead and play my land in case I draw Glorybringer and they Croaks of me. Now, if they don't have another removal spell in hand, could be okay, but I think the odds of that are very low. Nickel Bolas. This is an Exile, I think. Oh, it's Destroy? Fuck. Let's attack Nickel Bolas. Do we attack everything in a nickel? Let's see, if we attack with a cat, they get to eat it for free. If we don't, let's see. I guess all 3 guarantees the Nicol Bolas dies, and then they trade and eat. So I put a counter on the Chariot. I think that's fine. Chariot targets this. Ranger class targets Chariot. I just need to make sure the Bolas dies. They get to double trade or whatever, and that's okay. They don't get another zombie out of it. They could double block the Chariot, I guess, but we kill the Klothys, and I think that's bad news for them. And now it's Klothys versus Ranger class. I wonder if it's going to work. I wonder if it's going to work. My gut says no. Klothys is too strong. I love the old Graveyard Trespasser plus Drown in the Lock deck. It's like my favorite deck. You ever seen it? You ever seen it? Seen it before, chat? She's our mana. Ranger class, level 3. Fight! Tracker? Yeah, we'll go and play Tracker. Land on top. Just what I needed. Alright, so let's go crew this with this and this. And then we'll put a counter on the Bone Zone. That way they have to block with Klothys to kill something. Alright, target Kitty, target Bone Zone. Alright, so drown on the token. Okay. Similar spot though. Next turn we can make a treasure, and I think they have to double block the Chariot. And then we kill Klothys and our nightmare is over. And now we have Ranger class versus the world. Ranger class been great this game. I agree. It's good. It's like a really good singleton in elf decks, I think. This is like the worst or like the best it's looked, but like that's why you don't play a lot of them, right? Do I exert with... Oh, I can't kill this, so I can't attack with the elf, I guess. All right, so let's go exert. We'll kill the Jace VP, put a counter on the tracker. They go to blocks. We can draw a card on this, so this can't trade. And then I think we'll go ahead and draw the Rootbound Crag off the clue so that we can maybe play an elf off the top if there's an elf. Okay. All right, so we'll just let this happen. Okay. Then they take 9 down to 1. Interesting. All right, we let that happen. I am gonna go for an extra damage. All right. All right, they're at 1. We should be fine. Croxa, that's fine. Bye-bye. I've been silent for so long. I hate you guys so much. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. I mute myself so y'all don't hear me pee when I go to the bathroom. My mic picks it up sometimes, and I was just literally sitting here in silence for 10 minutes. 10 fucking minutes, chat. I'm just never gonna mute again. There's no point. No point. Come on, opponent. Just be your death next time, problem solved? Yeah, I guess so. 3 fatal pushes in the top 10 cards. Easy victory. No Kolaghan's command, please. If they go 3 fatal push into Kolaghan's command, I'm just gonna say move on. Move on with my life. Shandy? Alright, well, that's dead. We'll do that so we can crew. We'll send this at 1 at Shandy and 1 at face and make a copy. I thought I muted you because my wife came into the room. Ah, my bad. I should have muted myself when she came into the room. I should have known better. Blood Tithe Harvester. Blood Tithe Harvester. I can't beat it. I can't beat it! I can't beat it! It's so big! Out. In? In? Out. There we go. I think I'll keep this one. This one's okay. It's a little awkward to Den of the Bugbear. This might actually make me cut Den of the Bugbear this game. I guess on 2 I can either stomp or pack leader depending on what they do, but I don't know. It's just so awkward. All right, well, this made it better, so we'll just go pack leader. They're gonna kill it. It's dead. Yeah, elf and removal don't go well together. That's why Golgari is mediocre. That's why Abzan is mediocre. Because Elf is like the best green card, so you have to splash green, and splashing green sucks. Alright, I guess I'll stomp that? Question mark? Definitely now. Anarch has seemed a little lackluster, but I'm gonna keep giving it a shot. Keep giving it a chance to shine. Next turn, I'll go Chariot Den, probably. Okay, well, I'll just play Chariot now. So it doesn't get thought seized. Why doesn't Magma Spray see more play in Pioneer? Well, they just made a better version of Magma Spray, like 1 day ago. So 1 year ago? 1 month ago? I don't know. It's called Flame Blessed Bolt. It's literally a 100% strict upgrade to Magma Spray. Because it can hit Planeswalkers. Could Golgari work with Elf Dorks? Certainly, but you have to build a Golgari deck to utilize the Elves. You can't just play Elves and think that that's how you do it, you know? That's not just like how Magic works. You have to build your deck with a function in mind, and by... We're getting Cake Mana? Noxious Grass, that's fine. Attack for 4. We'll play Den, and then we have Chariot Den threats next turn. You can't just like play Elves in a deck that plays a bunch of Thoughtseize and Fatal Pushes and, you know, shit like that. Like, Elf doesn't make double black. The reason why Birds used to be good is because, like, turn 1 Forest, turn 2 Bird, double black spell was possible. And really missing my Domri here. Unfortunately, I never was able to get it onto the table. If you're not playing a 3-drop on turn 2, a lot of games, Elves might not be great in the deck. Yeah, but even like the mono green devotion decks, like, sometimes you just didn't have a good 3-drop to play into, but you had more Elves and you were ramping into 5s. The problem is the card Fatal Push and the card Thoughtseize, those 2 cards do not work well with actually, this Ooze might be just kind of fucked up to play. All right, we're gonna offer the trade for the Bone Daddy, and then we're gonna eat their whole graveyard. Like, you just need mana sinks and you need reasons, right? Mana sinks and reasons. I'm gonna go and exile this. I'm gonna go ahead and exile this. And we'll say go. We're rolling these mid-range and control decks? Yeah. All right, we're gonna just eat 2 of their things. I don't care about my life. And I just want to make sure later Croxus is like maybe a little hard to do. Oh, maybe I should have hit like Noxious Grasp or something, I think. In case they had, there's one card that they could have that's like kind of annoying. It's the thing that plays things from the graveyard. All right, we're just gonna smash Becky. So they have to trade, or they should trade, and then they take 1,000. I guess I could just eat a 2/2 and let me just did them again next turn. They're 2. You think they need an anger or something, and then they're still dead to the den? Classic Esika's Chariot owning. So they're gonna go to 4. Oh, they can draw anger now. Some sort of wrath effect is needed, I think. This might just be an attack concede. It is. Awkward. Seems like a mulligan. Sounds very good. I'm gonna put back Stormseeker, I think. No, let's put back Tracker. In the dark, Tracker. Turn 2 Stormseeker is pretty solid. Yeah, maybe Roy. We were thinking about it when we were building the deck earlier. All right, so they're on 5. That bodes well for me, because that means A, they have few resources, and B, ooh. I'm just gonna cast Bonecrusher. And the next turn I'll play Stormseeker, and it'll get in under Veto and under Censor or whatever. And then once they tap out to deal with my stuff, I can play Chandra the turn after. Kind of want to play the elf. Just gonna attack. Hope they don't have Azorius Charm in their deck. Cycle Censor, love it. Double Censor, get out of here. See if they have a third land. That's step 1. Then step 2 is March or something for this. 3 drops are a weakness for blue-white. 3-drop non-creatures. They can't veto. They can't portable hole. Or 3-drop creature, excuse me. Alright. I'm gonna play an elf. Give this haste. Alright, that's fine. They take a bunch of damage. We'll play Chandra and tick up and deal them 2 more. And I think that this should get them, no matter which side they're on. Alright, cool. Alright, so we want Heroic. Klothys, another matchup that's bad for Embercleave. Domri's okay. Bonecrusher is weak. But it's still big. Maybe it's like this. Let's bring in 1 Scooze. Oh, no, we want the fries. Excuse me. We want the fries in. Get the ooze out. Ranger class good. Elves are okay. Tracker's good. Chariot. We can maybe trim a Glorybringer too. Maybe Domri's not that good, but it does make my elves significantly better. All right, we'll keep 1 Glorybringer for the lulz. Had to dip for a second. Have we Embercleaved anyone yet? Not yet, but I'm hopeful. It's there for the combo matchups, and we're playing against heavily interactive decks, which is why we're only playing 1-1. You know? I think we'll Klothys on 2 and hope that it sticks. If they kill our elf, though, you know, that changes our plan, obviously. But I think I just run into Censor. How's that Winota matchup? Probably horrific. We're like the same deck, but they're more explosive, and we don't have any interaction for the Winota. Alright, March is fine. We'll go Elf Land. I'm going to play Crag in case I draw Chandra, have the option to play it. Oh my god. Spike! We're gonna keep playing around the sensor. Spike coming in with a huge fucking raid, dude. I watched a lot of your Pioneer this morning. Good times, man. I'm hoping that it sticks. I'm hoping you keep playing it because it's a lot of fun to watch. Thank you so much for the raid, man. We're having a good day. Tandy Bodandy, what's up? Or sorry, Tandy Bobandy. Excuse me. I don't want to misspeak here. Talking about Tandy Bobandy. Holy shit. I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew. All right, let's go tracker. See if this resolves. I'm gonna play Mountain, and then I'm just gonna draw a card, I think, instead of attacking into the old what's her face? The stupid Planeswalker. Wandering Emperor. Alright, Deluge, that's fine. Thanks for all the follows, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Welcome. I'm Tandy. I play mostly Pioneer, but I've been trying to play some other formats every now and then. But now with the big announcement for Pioneer, I'm having a blast, and I'm glad to see some other people playing it too, like Mr. Spike. Oh my god, so many follow. So many follow. That's a lot of follows. It's like the most follows I've had in forever. They're not going to minus on Klothys. They're just going to draw a card. So I'm just going to draw a card. And then we need to draw Fry. Probably. I guess they might not have Azorius Charm. We're going to eat that Deluge. Let's Ranger class. I was thinking they might have Veto. Well, I guess now I'm just going to Chariot. All right, I'm going to attack the Teferi with just this and see what happens. Or maybe it's both. Maybe it's not. God, this is so bad. He has to have something, right? Or they have to have something, excuse me. Dynasto, thanks for the 3 months of Spike Raid. Let's go! Indeed, let's go. Let's see if this works. Spicy Mangoes, thanks for the Prime Gaming sub. I appreciate it. If anyone else has a Prime Gaming sub lying around, maybe check your, Ooh. Let's go... I guess bottom? Retro. I'm gonna go ahead and put a counter on Ranger class. Bad Chef Fluence, thanks for the Prime Gamer sub. You got any of them Prime Gaming subs in your couch? You wanna go check your cubby drawer? See if you got any of them Prime Gamer subs. How have I not played Chariot this game? Jesus! Craig, and thanks for the 4 months. Says Prime ain't available, but today's payday. Hell yeah, brother. Welcome. Welcome everybody to the Todd Squad. Appreciate y'all so much. And Luxac VT coming in with the Prime sub. Mine is going to Spike this month. I'll tell you that much for free. Mine's going to Spike. Alright. Let's see if we can just attack a bunch into the Hero of Dominaria. And we'll post-combat play some stuff and get wrathed and be sad about it. Because we can't draw our... what you calls it? Interesting. Spicy Mangoes says, I gotta be honest here, I was on the fence and the Pioneer content was a good incentive, but what pushed it over was the Quiznos commercial. You're not the first one to say it, and I doubt you'll be the last. Thank you so much for the sub. I feel like the more I hear that, though, the more likely I am to get DMCA'd. So, not looking forward to that, but it's okay. When it happens, I'll swap. Although I don't think that they're in business anymore, huh? Not really. Alright, so we're just getting Wrath. That's okay. They're just gonna Wrath us, and then we play a Chariot and attack, and yada 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 yada. Does Quiznos have lawyer money? I thought they were all out of business, which is why I thought it was fine. You know? And it's also perfect, right? It's also just perfect. It was a Callie idea as well, so I have to give Callie the big props on that. Farewell, so long, Avida say goodbye. All your cool permanents are gone and gone. Farewell, farewell, farewell. All right, well, we drew it, right? We just got to play it. If we got it, we got to try. We got to try it. No absorb one time. Oh, Kara gifted a sub to the community. Thanks for giving us a sub. All right, well, we're going to attack Teferi and Exert, right? So at the very least, we get to pop this here 2/2. And let's hope they don't have a thing. I don't think they have a thing. Should have played the elf. Mistake. F6 too fast because I'm so hopped up. Oh my fucking god, the voice on Tandy. You should hear me sing karaoke, my friend. Your monitor just cracked. What the fuck? I didn't even do the other. I didn't even do the one that goes goodbye. I didn't even do that one, okay? Probably just have another Teferi. Well, they attacked me for 7, so I think I'm doing okay. Very strange attack, I think. Gangway! Jesus Christ, we're at a hype train, Chad. We're at DEFCON 4 when it comes to hype trains. That's crazy town. I don't know what to do with myself. 5 gifted subs from Simic to Pygonti, always drawing cards, Frugosaurus, Titty Pills, and Perspiring Mike. Welcome and welcome back to the Todd Squad. Appreciate y'all. Elspeth conquers death. Fuck. Perspiring Mike? I just got it. That's good. Things you love to see. Alright, so no absorb mana up. We're going to go and get this tracker down. Get a land. Get Klothys online. And then we're going to send a couple at our friend Wandering Emperor. Alright, I think 2 at it'll do it, right? 2 at it'll do it. And then we'll just save this to draw a card. What up, Tandy? I put Phoenix back together and I'm buying the Lotus Field Challenger deck. Super pumped for some Paper Pioneer. Hell yeah. Welcome back, Seekers. Glad to have you back, friend. All right, so this is it comes back, right? Return the Teferi back and I want to throw up in my mouth, or... All right, well, I'll just eat the Teferi, I guess, so they can't bring it back. I guess that's an option. Perspiring Mike. That's such a good name. Dream Trawler. Well, that's the game. No one can ever beat a Dream Trawler. I don't know if you've ever tried. It is literally impossible, so I'm just going to concede. I've never beaten it. I've never seen anyone ever beat it. It just costs 6. You know? Toxic. Queued for that regional thing, so now I have to learn Pioneer. Hell yeah, Spellfire. Qualifying for that regional thing is tight. Should I just leave in Bone Daddy? Bone Zone? What do I cut? This does kill those stupid 2/2s. Embercleave? I mean, do you really want Embercleave against the deck with March and million counter spells and... You know? You know, chat? Klothys actually seemed a little lackluster against the Farewells. They don't have a whole lot of graveyard interaction either. I'm going to trim them. And then I'm also going to trim an elf on the play. See how that goes. See how that goes. Yes, I like to play first. No, I don't want this hand. This one is slightly better. Got all my colors, so I'll just... Play back a Confluence. Cleave just linked through the large bird. Who knows? Well, they only have one large bird, and it's like their last ditch card. every time. It's never like, oh, I'm super far behind, let me play this guy. It's like, oh, I've wrathed 5 times. Here's this giant fucking idiot. It has hexproof lifelink. You can never kill it. You can never block it. It kills you in one shot most of the time. Oh, they just happen to draw their 2 of fucking portable hole? Go eat a dick. Oh, are they pitch marching? That's way better. Love that. Love that for me. Plotney, thanks for the follow. Well, we got our good sequence where we Stormseeker into Pack Leader and draw a card if it works. Oh, they don't need... No censor, please. Don't censor me. Don't do it. Don't do it! Don't do it! You son of a bitch! Oh, no land. Okay, that's fine. They're dead now. It's fine. They missed the land drop. Game over. Game over. This man's angry? No, it's all a joke. It's all fake. Oh, they drew the land? What lucky luckers. You better do something now. I'm not mad, you're mad actually? Yeah, exactly. You get it. I think they're gonna Field of Ruin and then try to draw Land of Verdicts. Oh, well now I kind of want to animate. It's only 2s. I think that's okay. Put them to 4. If they target this, they're maybe in trouble. If they... Alright, no 4th land. That's a godsend. Let's go! Eat shit, ooh woo! Ooh woo! Ooh woo! Toss this one, I think. Maybe I should keep it, though. We're on the draw? Game log? What a mulligans. Alright, I'll keep. It's fine. Oh, wow, we're 3-0. Wow? Wow, we're 3-0? Come on, I'm owning. This deck's kicking ass. Try being on the West Coast, and the closest regional is in Atlanta. Well, Direwire, it's one regional, and it's literally just a giant fucking Grand Prix Pro Tour, and it's in 9 months or whatever. It's in November. Like, I don't know what you want. You just expect every large tournament to be in California? I understand y'all get the shaft from, like, you know, East Coast event circuits or whatever, but, like, you can't expect, like, every tournament to be on West Coast. I'm offering the trade here. So some of you think similarly about the new current OP system. The new current OP system, I think, is good. It's not quite the same. The difference is qualifying for a large event like regionals is much different than qualifying for a small event like an RPTQ, right? A lot more people will try, and like you'll just end up having more people show up to events and things. And overall, I think more people are just hungry to play, whereas I think people are getting a little burnt out in the last iteration. Oh, that sucks. I should have activated this to potentially block the troll. I think I'm going to lose. I think they had the best mold of 5 ever. Or did they go to 4? I need to know. They mold to 4. We're going to lose. Oh, they think we're Winota. That's hilarious. It's way worse than you think. All right, so if I attack with everything, we lose a token, but Karn dies. I'll save the Lair for next turn. The Karn dying here is a big deal. We also don't want to fire up Hydra and attack because we could only make it a 4-4, and then it would just trade, and then the Karn would survive. And that's also bad. This cage also makes it so Storm the Festival doesn't work as well too, so I'm pretty excited about it. All right, so let's Chandra. I'm gonna minus on the troll and then attack and make a token. This doesn't turn off their delirium. Oh, does it not work? Oh my god, I think Cage keeps it from working. That's hilarious. But we are going to... That's so fucking funny. The Cage stops the troll from coming back as an enchantment. I don't know if that's a bug or not. I hope it's not a bug. All right, let's go hide game log. Okay. All right, so now we have 2 blockers to keep our Chandra up. Luxac says, at my first Nationals and Mini, I sat next to you in round 1. Nice. This is another matchup that's maybe kind of hard. Bringing some Flame Blast. We want the Embercleave. We got to cheese them. Because none of our other stuff does anything. Maybe I want Alpine Moon, actually. This is a Tracker bad matchup, probably. Tracker bad. Ranger class is bad, too. Maybe we want 1 Tracker. Just because we are doing some removing. Maybe I want Alpine Moon instead, though, just to name Nykthos. Their deck just doesn't really work without Nykthos, actually. So maybe we just do this. Oh, Stormseeker's bad, actually. Let's cut these. Bring these back in. This is better. Tabunker says, I've learned 3 things from this stream so far. 1, Tandy can pilot a lot of decks well. And 2, Gruul Aggro is a solid game plan even without stuff like Fable. And 3, Pioneer's popping off, and that's awesome. Hell yeah, brother. Things you love to see. People having a good time. Tandy, would you ever cut Chariots over 3 drops for the sake of speed? No, Chariot has been kind of busted. I would rather, like, if you play the Coco version or whatever, like, you can, that maybe is a route, but I just don't see it, personally. I think Chariot's really strong, and it's like one of the best mid-range cards. It's one of the best payoffs for Llanowar Elves as well. Chariot's just broken. The card's just super powerful. It's like the green Gideon Jura. And the only reason Gideon is not seeing play in Pioneer right now is because it's white. And white as a focal point color, white, is actually relatively difficult. I'm just going to take it. I know that I should normally block, but this felt like they were going to play another... It felt like they were going to play another elf. I'm going to play elf here so I can start playing Glorybringers next turn. Normally I would play Tracker, but I think it's important to start the Glorybringer chain early as quickly as I can, so I can start alternating Glorybringer hits. Now I might even ignore that and hit the elf. For at least a turn. I think for at least a turn, I can take a hit for 4 for sure. Tracker busts land drops way better too. Yeah, so I don't get beat by Voracious Hydra. Right now, though, the problem is Nykthos is you can't really stop it from making some amount of mana because of Old Growth Troll. Sanctum's a weird one. I haven't seen Sanctum in the deck before. Now, you know, I guess they're a weird build. I'm gonna play a Glorybringer. All right, well, rotating Glorybringers, I guess. I'm going to play Stomping Ground tapped, since I still have another land for Tracker. But again, this doesn't shut down the ability of Oath to, or the Nykthos mana, so it's not as good as it looks. But it's pretty good. I also could have ignored it and just attacked for 4, but my life total is getting a little low, and I'm a little scared. A little scared. All right, Cavalier of Thorns. This one's going to put a brick wall in front of me. Or I'll just go this. Tracker. Stomp this. Now they can put something on top and maybe go ape shit, but whatever. I got to get that 3 pips off the table. The Bonecrusher Giant was an insane draw. I'm not going to lie. From a Glorybringers, are they? These are regular type. They got back Old Growth Troll, which is basically free with Nykthos. So next turn they can play Growth Troll, Nykthos, do some stuff. So I guess a free 4/4, Burning Tree 4/4. All right, so this is 3/6/7, so they can storm the festival. They can also go Nissa untap, activate again, Cure untap, activate again. All right, let's hope we don't die. Cavalier, okay, 5 cards enter, 1 no cards leave, and card in the Great Crater. They'll probably pop the clue. All right, so we'll just attack, kill, growth troll, and everything goes face and they die. We can also do that. That's a good one. All right, so let's go face, face, face. I think they're just dead on, let's see, attack Dalbert and exert, attack Dalbert. All right, so we kill the troll. They can only block 1, they take 5. I even have the cleave for good luck. Cleave seems good. I mean, unfortunately for me, it didn't matter. Another 4-0 start, chat. Another 4-0 start. Personally, this hand's quite good. Even though it looks a little wonky. The Den of the Bugbear is going to be tight, I think. I will say this is like one of the first times I've seen Den of the Bugbear be worse than Lair of the Hydra when they've been in the same deck. But the double green from Pack Leader means that we can't play Den on 2 a bunch, especially when our elf dies. Or at least, like, we'll miss a damage if we do. But if our opponent plays an elf, we'll just go Pack Leader Den and something like that. How solved do you think Pioneer is as a whole? I would wager pretty little, but I haven't played much. I would say it's not solved at all. I would say that there are 4 decks that are kind of at the top, and then everything else is wide open, but any deck can win, I think. I think this is Mardu Greasefang. Mardu Greasefang. I don't think we're very good in this matchup either. I done. Never stop swooping. 15 months and counting. So this stream has always been and continues to be fun and easy to watch. Thank you. Never stop swooping. Or is it never stops whipping? Never stops whooping. I can't remember what we decided upon. All right, so they're gonna loot. They're gonna hit us for 1,000. We're dead. Especially if they're blocking there. Discard Parhelion. Discard Parhelion. No land. Fuck. Oh, Fable. Baby doll. Let's go. We draw 2 cards, so I think I'm just gonna attack. They're just blocking. They're just doing some blocks. Just doing some blocks, chat. Hope I don't get wrathed, I guess. All right, they get some rummages, so they get some more looks, but I played Greasefang enough to know that sometimes you just never draw the Greasefang. Sometimes you just never draw the Greasefang. Don't do it! Yes! Yes! Let's go! All right, here I think I can actually win the game through a Greasefang now because I have so much damage. All right, I'm going to pump you up. An elf? All right, we've already played a land and we're attacking with everything, so I'm going to go into F6. It's a lot of damage coming in, but a Parhelion's not lethal, and I'm pretty sure I can attack through it. Three, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They're dead anyway. That's a GG. That's a turn 5 kill. A GG. GG, chat. Fry? Uzi your daddy? Leave out. Stormseeker out. Klothys in, maybe? What's bad? Trackers may be bad? I guess they're somewhat interactive, but I think our cards are just generically more powerful, other than Greasefang. They're just dead! Just dead! Sex hot? It's pretty good. Uses the mana efficiently, which I like. No red here. Whoop. I guess we maybe keep, though, because we have this into this on 3. Let's see if they kept. Show game log. I kept 7. Give me anything. I'm going to keep. I'm going to draw. I mean, this is a pretty good 6 with no Chandra, right? Just like the ability to maybe interact with some elves and some lands. And we drew it anyway. Right off the rip. Right off the rip, chat. You know? Pound you. Keep like a champion? You gotta keep like a champion. You can't just give up. Think this A stands for France? I'm gonna go and stompy stomp a little bit. Next turn, I'll probably just play Bone Zone. Get some pressure down. The Blood Tithe Harvester, like, killing it doesn't matter that much, but I'm just trying to be as efficient as I can. Deadly Dispute on the Blood token. I actually would much rather them have a treasure than a Blood, even though they drew 2 cards, obviously. That means they probably just didn't have a land at the time. So maybe they drew 1. Or maybe I'm wrong. Alright, well, just play Bone Zone, the Bone Man, the Bone Marrow Transplant Man. Random 20-year-old Ultimates reference. Oh yeah, Dustall, you know. I'm glad somebody got it. Lightning Axe, discard Parhelion. Am I dead? If I'm dead, that's fine. I mean, I didn't draw Ooze. I didn't draw Fry. I kept a hand that was pretty good against, like, interaction. I mean, we're still good against interaction, right? We had Chariot, Chandra. I'm just gonna Chariot. I gotta try to close the game. And Chandra's like, okay, not great at the moment, because we don't have a minus target, and the plus is just damage. But they have Parhelion in the grave, so what we really need to do is just find Scooze. Portable is okay. All this interaction I'm fine with. Games after Sideboard get a lot more interactive, and I do not care about it. I don't think that's how that works. I think they fucked up. They needed to wait 1 second. If they waited 1 second, they were fine. Okay. I'll take it. Good draw. A good draw from me. Now they need another discard outlet and another Parhelion and another and a Greasefang, which they currently don't have technically. All right, we'll go ahead and eat this. I don't care much about 1 life. I'd rather play my elf. They tried a Mesmeric Fiend. They did. They didn't know that new rules got them. They're at 12 on 5 after playing all this removal. All right, tap Vantage. Bone Zone. Is this lethal? I don't think it's quite lethal. All right, let's deal them 2. I'm going to cast Bonecrusher from hand and crew. And this is threatening lethal if they don't have anything. Doubters in shambles? Pay the believers? Chat, is it time to pay the believers? Is this really time? All right, here we go. We got. All right, so we're here with a post-league celebration and look back at the deck to really go over the things that I loved and didn't love. So first and foremost, the mana base was pretty spot on. I never felt like I got color screwed that often. I felt like I had a lot of turn one untapped green sources. There was one game where I led with Rootbound Crag Elf, and that game was a little awkward. So maybe we want one more untapped green source, but I think that you need to find that delicate balance of red and green, and the 2 mana confluence is about as much as I'm willing to concede for it. Now, if you really want to get a little sticky, maybe you could play one copy of Sokenzan as an extra mana source that also doubles as a spell. Sokenzan I've been really impressed with out of Winota, and it could be something that we look forward to here, especially if we go harder on Domri, Anarch, and Bolas. But speaking of Domri, Anarch, and Bolas, we drew it a couple times, never cast it. It got Thoughtseize once. We had a couple games where it never would have done anything. So I'm not sold on it just yet. I kind of think maybe we want another 2-drop creature, maybe try to get a couple Scavenging Oozes into the main deck, because Scavenging Ooze was quite powerful in most of our matches. We did side it in, I think, 3 or 4 times. The problem is we don't have a lot of creature removal, so Scavenging Ooze really shines when either your opponent's killing your stuff or you're killing their stuff. That's why it was really good in Jund back in the day, and why you see Scavenging Ooze in decks that have a ton of 1 mana removal, and our deck just doesn't. Now, what it does do is it acts as a good graveyard interactive piece that is also a mana sink for things like Llanowar Elves and extra lands. So that's why we have it in the sideboard, but that's why it's also good. Forest's Chariots were messed up. They were just like the best card to draw most of the time. 2 Chandra, Torture, Defiance, I think is maybe the sweet spot. After playing the league, I think 2 might be the sweet spot because the double red is a little hard. 3 copies of Glorybringer, excellent. I might go to 4. Maybe if we cut the 2 Domris, we go +1 Sokenzan, +1 Glorybringer, get that red source in there. And then if we don't play against combo ever, maybe trim the Embercleave for the Chandra. Maybe just do that little swap ski so you're a little more resilient. But I didn't really feel like I had problem with resiliency. I had problems killing fast enough, and I had problems when my opponent would basically ignore what I was doing. Right? Those are the 2 spots where you really start to struggle in this deck, is when your opponent ignores you. The sideboard, we used most of the cards. They were all pretty excellent. We never drew the Divine Intervention, but I'm sure it would have been a knockout blow if we ever did. But that's going to do it for the Gruul deck. This Gruul beatdown deck is something that I think is going to be pretty sweet, and I'm going to be working on it a little bit over the next couple days, I think. So if you're interested, make sure to check out my stream, twitch.tv/Tandy. And make sure to hit the like and subscribe button at the bottom, and we'll see you next time.